What's up guys, Star here. I'm back with another commentary. I'm playing live right now, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to snipe in Halo 5. It seems pretty difficult, but it's actually pretty simple. So I'm going to be by myself in this lobby, kind of showing you guys what I do when I snipe in this game, and kind of my thought process when I'm sniping and the positions I put myself in. So right now, let me run to the sniper real quick. It goes to rocket launcher, and I'm gonna I'm gonna start doing a lot more live gameplays. 'Cause I really feel like the best way to learn is playing it live instead of having to edit it all out. Right now, I'm only one in the lobby, so I'll have some examples also of my other friend in custom games. So I'm gonna be showing him what I do. So I pick up the sniper. Let's just start this one at a time. Let's start it one at a time. So especially when you pick up the sniper on this map, you really need to be careful with these barrels. That's really specific to these maps or this map. But when you have a sniper rifle, a lot of people like to say, "Oh yeah, snipers in real life, they sit all the way up back somewhere, and they just sit in the far corner map, hard scoping in one area like this." And that's really not the proper way to snipe in Halo. If you guys are new to sniping in Halo at all, the thing about sniping in Halo, you could be very mobile, move with your team, and snipe. The sniper really necessarily isn't a weapon where you just sit in a corner, even though it's in real life, it's used for that, obviously. But you don't just sit in the far back and watch one area because you're not really benefiting or not benefiting your team. Benefiting, what am I talking about? You're not really benefiting your team by sitting in one spot and looking at one area with the sniper rifle. I mean, sure, you lock down the rocket launcher area with the sniper, but if the other team were to push from, like, let's say catwalk area, which is that big walkway up there, you would have no idea because you're basically tunnel visioned down the rockets. And the thing with sniper rifles is, yes, you do want to stay back and put yourself in a good position, but you don't want to just have tunnel vision on one area. Whatever your teammate is calling out, I recommend looking to that area and predicting where their head's going to be. So if I'm up here, I just picked up sniper, and I get a call, hey, there's a guy on red base, coming up from red base stairs area or whatever, from the DMR side. Something like that. If my teammates say, oh, he's coming from DMR side in the red base, I'll be like, okay, so as a sniper, I know I'm in a good position right now to the point where, he's not really going to necessarily see me all the way back here. But at the same time, I could, easily pick him off. You put your, like, mainly the sniper, a lot of people like looking up, like, a lot of people like look up, walk like down this way, and they they're everywhere if they're, crosshair. I really recommend you kind of keep like a flat plane of where you're sniping. Like, you should only move it right to left, really. I don't move my cursor up to down too much unless you're jumping or something. But you really want to predict where their head's going to be. And if you have your cursor up here, when the guy's going to walk down here, you have to go like this and then shoot. That's going to take so much more time. And honestly, sniping is, honestly, you let the person do the work for you most of the time. They walk into your shot for you. So instead of having your cursor up here, have it just sitting right there where you think their head's going to be, so you have a less time, you don't have to worry about adjusting as much. So you just go like, so if the guy's like walking in, all you have to do is go like, boom, and that's it. You barely have to adjust at all. And sniping is about being fast and quick. It's a really flashy weapon because the enemy doesn't even know what hits them. But when they realize what hit them, they're dead. So you really want to make it as fast as possible. And when you snipe that one guy there, if you snipe another guy, they're gonna know you're up here. They're gonna see where the bullets come from. And I really recommend you don't just snipe in one spot for too long. A lot of people like doing that, especially in big team battle. But you'll just get picked up by another sniper. So if I sniped a guy like from up here, I would probably move down here really quick and kind of check rockets if my teammate was here to help him out and kind of get angles on that. And that's one thing I really do when I snipe. I've noticed a lot of pros do it too. Watching snipe down helped me a lot and kind of sniping. Sniping in my opinion is mostly having good positioning on the map. You just don't want to be in a bad position. Like sniping, like let's say I got that same call out, a guy coming from DMR side in the red. If I got the same call and I was right here, I put myself in a terrible position because I don't have the height advantage. I can't see there, for the most part. I can't even see what's going on. And that's really what sniping is. You really want to be in a good position to take that person out. Like, being down here is really bad opposed to being all the way up there or being up here. In general, like in Halo, and especially on this map, you don't want to be down low. You'll just get picked off. It's really easy picking. So you always want to be high up, especially with the sniper in most situations, in my opinion, unless the map is mostly flat. But you want to be basically shooting down at your opponent if you're sniping instead of like shooting up at them, because shooting up at people and sniping up on people is really hard to do. So also when you have a sniper rifle too, you really want to make sure you kind of have like an escape route, because you only have 4 bullets in your clip, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have the reload. There's a kind of a longer reload animation. You guys will cock it back and everything. Um, Also, to cancel that reload animation, you could just go like this. You could kind of, like, he's reloading it, and then the second you see it go into the clip on the upper right corner, like you see the bullets light up, all you have to do is just YY, and it'll make it a little bit faster. So I always do that, and kind of make sniping a little bit easier and faster to do. But like I said before, just always keep it level. Like if you're over on rocket side, just keep it where the head's gonna be. Don't look too much up. Don't look too much down. Like don't walk around going like this, sniping like that, up kind of higher than it needs to be. Always just keep it head level. And the way you can really do that is just kind of like just keep it shit. Like where you spawn is pretty much head level. Like the game sets it there for you, so you'll kind of get used to it the more you play. It's kind of a feel type of thing. I've been playing Halo so long, I know kind of where the head level is. I mean, no one's gonna know like perfectly where their head's gonna be, but it's all about making that process as fast as possible to snipe. So instead of being up here and going like that and sniping the guy, you could just go. You can just have it like that, and he walks into it for you, and it's a lot. It makes you a lot more effective, in my opinion, and that's something I've really been using. Also, guys, if someone's pushing you from like rocket side or whatever, and you're kind of out in the open right here with no cover, you kind of screwed yourself over. You don't have much cover. Try blowing off shots if you just know you're gonna die, or like thrust off the map, and you know, drop the sniper. And that also really helps a lot for your team, because you're basically not putting the strongest gun in the game in the enemy's hands. Another thing that is really useful when you're sniping, especially in Halo 5, I love Halo 5 sniping mechanics, and the game is really generous in terms of headshots because people move so fast in this game. So like if there's a guy catwalk, you know, you can't really see him from this perspective. Like I said before, sniping's all about positioning, right? So you're gonna be like, oh, so Dar, what do I do in this situation when there's a guy catwalk? My teammates are calling out. Well, unless I don't have any nades or anything, I can't do anything besides snipe them. So I really recommend this situation. You kind of jump out and you could hover and then go back by using your thruster ability. And you hover just naturally by aiming in. That's the setting I have it on. So I could just go like that, snipe a guy, and go back to where my position was. And I can kind of look here, look up there, and everything. So that's a really useful thing in Halo 5 that I think a lot of people need to use. Especially if you're like, kind of like spawn killing people, honestly. If you're like right here, sometimes they spawn red and they kind of rush out the rockets without looking. If you guys go up here, my bad. If you go up here, you kind of line up the headshot that way. It's kind of harder to do it like this. You really have to be precise, if anything, and really aim at the top of their head. But you could really get people off a spawn; they won't even notice you. So that's another really useful tip. And also, if someone's like pushing you too, let me stop going on that side of the map. I've been on that side of the map the entire video. Let me go on like this side of the map for a different example. Like for example, let's say I'm here, right? And some guy's pushing me from down there, like he's jumping through here and through down there, or something like that. And then I have the sniper. Don't just sit there trying to go for no scopes. Like a lot of people, I see a lot of newer players do this, where they just sit there trying to no scope the guy. Like, oh man, I'm gonna blame him. Oh man, get no scope. Oh man, I'm the best. I'm going for my montage. I guess if you have a lot more experience with the sniper, I do this sometimes too. I try going for that nasty no scope, and not even trying to sound cocky. Majority of the time, I actually do get the no scope. But for newer players, though, you really need to work on like your general sniper skill before you can really do things like that consistently. It's even hard for pros to do that consistently. But in most situations, I really recommend, if the player, especially if a player is good, try aiming for the body instead of no scope headshot. I hit him in the body, and then boom, pull out the pistol instead of just trying to go for that no scope headshot 2 or 3 times, because that'll end up getting you killed, because the guy's putting so much pressure on you. And also, one major thing though, in sniping in general, stay calm. Like, please stay calm. When you're sniping, do not go frantic. Like, some guy's pushing you, like you slide into here, some guy turn the corner. Don't be like, oh my gosh, there's a guy here. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm just gonna shoot all my shots, and don't line up your shot. Just take your time, take a deep breath. Like, you're not really gonna have enough time to take a deep breath, but kind of relaxing, just kind of do what I said. It's always, most of the time, they're gonna be that head level. Sometimes people will crouch, and if they do that, just wait till they pop their head back up and line it up, and boom, you pull it back. I mean, really stay calm under pressure, and especially with sniping. Sniping is a very precise thing. You only get one shot every couple of seconds. There's a delay in between. So really, if someone's turning the corner right now, normally what I would do, I kind of sometimes I don't really jump while sniping either. I don't really. I'm not gonna like jump back and try going like that. It's kind of harder to line it up. So normally when someone turns the corner like this, I kind of like I crouch or something, and then kind of predict where is it gonna line back up when I'm uncrouched. So they turn the corner right now. So I'll keep the head level, boom, and I'll walk into it. And when people strafe, they go like this, just go back and forth. They have a really generic strafe. A lot of people just go back and forth, and they'll try mixing it up. And most of the time, if they strafe, they'll go back exactly where they were. And that's one thing to counter a sniper, especially a good sniper. Don't strafe back where you're gonna strafe. Like kind of do strafe like a few times to that one side and cut back, because the sniper's trying to constantly adjust his aim to predict where you're gonna go back on the strafe so he can just no scope you. So that's one thing I do. I kind of, if I know it's a good player, I'll try kind of adjusting it to maybe he'll just go 2 times over there and I'll line it up there. But a lot of times in normal Halo, a lot of people just go back and forth like this. A generic strafe, people think you're dodging people by doing this, but they're really not. I mean, an amateur player really may get thrown off by this, but it's really generic, especially if you're a good Halo player and been playing for years. So if they're just going back and forth like that, just keep the cursor in one spot. Don't trace them going like this, boom, back and forth, back and forth. Don't do that. It's really easy. All you have to do is just keep it in one spot and they'll walk into it for you. So that's one thing I really learned early on, especially when I was younger. I was like, people just go back to where they are, and that's how I get no scopes on people across the map and stuff like that, like quick scopes on people, because they're really predictable in their strafes. And, the thing about being a sniper, you kind of have to know the mentality of other players, and it's all about predicting where they're gonna be. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I think I covered all the basic sniper basics. It's all about predicting where they're gonna be, if they're thrusting or whatever, if they're jumping. It's all about predicting where they're gonna be on the map. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm out. Peace.